Okay. I think we're live. It says we're live. Okay, we are live. Wait a couple minutes. Let people come in. Dang it. Okay. Hey, everybody. Hey, NW, Corey. Good to see you. Uh, I'm just waiting a couple minutes here, but let me see. Just want to type something real quick. It's not what I wanted, but okay. Uh, okay. Josh, good to see you. Deanna, good to see you again. All right, sorry guys. Welcome to tonight's live. Uh, Rosemary Warren, good to see you. Corey, Josh, NW, Deanna, good to see you also. Um, okay, tonight I'm on. I want to talk about interracial relationships. Um, Getting together, dating, marriage, all that good stuff that people do all the time in this world. Okay. And they do it interracially too. But there seems to be some barriers. And it's not so much society really anymore, although there are haters and people that don't like it. A lot of it's self inflicted. Um, a lot of times we rely on stereotypes and fear and uh, other people influencing us uh, when we decide to date outside our racial group or even think about it. All kinds of people have opinions on that, whether you should or shouldn't do it, whether it's good or bad. Somebody's got something to say in it, right? So I'm going to kind of talk about that. I'm going to talk about how white men should approach black women, and I'm going off what I think, guys. So if I say something that's wrong, you can correct me. Um, but I go off my experiences and what people tell me. And when it comes to black women, I could give you some advice and you know, if you're interested in interracially dating and some of the things you might look for. And it's not a rocket science thing. I wish I had the secret formula. I could tell you do this, do that, and bam, you're successful. But in the real world, all people are different, situations are different, and what works with two people might not work with another group of people. It is what it is. But, you know, there's ways we can find out if that person, that man, that woman's interested, that we're interested in when it comes to interracial relationships. And, but before I go into all that and start talking about how to date, how to talk to each other, how, what kind of moves you should make, and all that good stuff, because I'm going to talk about that. But before I do, I've put together a little slideshow, and I want to show some interracial couples. And when I see interracial couples, I like seeing it. It looks awesome. They look like they're happy. Um, when you look at black women and white men or men of other races, they just seem like they're happy. It seems like they're doing their thing, and we can't get in their minds and figure out how happy they are or not, but the images look really nice. And you've seen couples on YouTube and stuff, and I watch them. I mean, you know, they look like they're happy together. They're living their life, and it's encouraging. And and I live that life, so I'm really interested in watching them and stuff because me and my Sandy, we've been married, almost 28 years, so we've lived that interracial marriage, that life, and we're both, you know, this is our first and last marriage. Me and my wife haven't been married before. This is our first, so we married, and we're still married and going continue to be married. And we come from a very traditional family. Um, you know, we're both Christians. Both our families are, and me and my wife are brother and sister in Christ. That's but we've been successful, and I owe it all to God and my wife. But there's barriers and stuff. But interracial marriages can be successful. I've seen quite a few successful marriages, and but anyway, I'll talk about that. I want to show you these couples and just some pictures. Just some pictures I downloaded from the internet to show you these images and stuff, and just take a look. Some of these people are famous people that are interracially married, and some are just everyday people. Uh, some people I don't even know who they are. The pictures just look nice, so I downloaded it so I could show you guys. So let me go ahead and start this slideshow, and then after that, I'll talk about dating, how we can interact with each other, and how we can do it respectfully and do it the right way. But let me go ahead and show this slideshow, and I'll talk about it in between. Okay, see that image there? You guys know who that is? That's I guess the French figure skating team. Um, somebody sent me a video on that. It was a nice video. They performed well. They were graceful in their moves and everything, and it was really nice. And but I can't show it due to copyright issues. I wish I could. It's really nice. Check it out. You could find it on YouTube. Um, but it being Olympic uh event and stuff, and networks have rights to that stuff, and just kind of I can't do it because of copyright issues. I wish I could, but you see him here, he's holding her up with one hand, and she's just I mean but you ought to see him actually perform. Really, really nice. Anyway, I'll continue on. Okay, and this interracial couple here, this here is Donna Summer and her husband. Okay, Donna Summer, she was really big in the 70s and 80s. She was referred to as the Queen of Disco. She was back in my day. Donna Summer was just everything. She was awesome. Uh, really famous and stuff. Unfortunately, she died a few years back, and I think it was related to the 9/11 when the Twin Towers came down. I read somewhere that she might have inhaled some of that stuff and got some kind of lung disease or something. But anyway, it was sad. But she was really famous, and I was a big fan back in the day. When I was younger, I had a crush on her. She was awesome. But anyway, let's continue. Okay, now this couple here, you see them. Um, they're a pretty young couple and stuff, and they look really happy. And I don't know who they are at all. I don't have a clue. The picture looked nice though, and they look happy. So, but but you're seeing more of this today in today's world. More younger people are interracially dating and stuff, and interracial marriages, are growing. Hey, Loren. All right, so I'll go and show you another picture here. Uh, okay, you know who that is? That's Tamara. You remember that show, Tia and Tamara? Sister, sister, back when they were little. My daughters loved watching that show back in the day. And this man here, he works for Fox News, and they're married. And her sister, she's married too. She married a black guy, and she married a white guy. So, but famous couple. Anyway, look really happy. Let's continue. Okay, and this here, all right, you recognize this guy here? This is Dirk Nowitzki of the Dallas Mavericks. You know, real, really great basketball player. And this is his wife. And he's from Germany, and he plays for the Dallas Mavericks. And he's a superstar. But this is his wife, a black woman, and good couple. Okay, so I'll continue. All right, and this picture here, those of you that are my age or maybe even a little older, you might recognize this couple here. Okay, the lady here is Eartha Kitt, and that's her husband, and that's their daughter. And I think this was taken back in the 50s, maybe the early 60s, but it was way back. They're one of the earlier trailblazers when it came to interracial marriages. But she's been in several movies, and she also played Catwoman in the early 1960s Batman and Robin TV show, if you've seen her. But yeah, but that's a picture of them way back. And I think her daughter's older than I am. I don't know, but anyway. But it will continue. All right, this couple here. All right. Now, if you notice, they're dressed real nice. It looks like, they got married, and the dress looks nice. He's in a suit. Two attractive people getting together, a black woman and a white guy. And I don't know who the hell they are, but the picture looks nice. So I just thought I'd download it. But anyway, yeah, nice photo. I like seeing stuff like this. Good stuff. Okay. And there we go again. Another random group of people. But this picture looks very nice. And they look real happy in this picture. And you see couples like this out in town and stuff, or just on TV or in social media and stuff. They always seem to look really happy, don't they? I mean, gosh, I just, and I believe that a lot of them are. I believe most of them are. Um, just living my marriage. I believe it. But you know, hey, glad you stopped by, Loren. Glad you caught it. But two attractive people. They look happy, and like seeing that. All right, who are we going to get next? Okay, now you got two real young people here. They look like they're like 15 or 16, right? And I don't know if they're actual a couple. I mean it I actually pulled this picture from like a dating site. But this picture looks real nice. They look happy. He looks like he's got a smirk, like he's confident. Yeah, she loves me. Yeah. She's like, "Oh, I love you so much." But good picture. Hey, buy the book. All right. Now what do we got next? Okay, you know who this guy is? This guy is famous. This is George Lucas. Okay, he's the guy that created Star Wars and Indiana Jones, those movies. And I think he sold the rights to Disney or something. But anyway, he created Star Wars and Indiana Jones, really famous. This is his wife, and he's married to a black woman. He decided to make the right choice, like some of us do. So good job, George Lucas. Okay, let's continue. Okay, and you recognize this couple here. This couple here is uh the Lovings from the 1967 Loving versus Virginia. Okay, they were interracially married back in the 60s. They had to leave their town in Virginia and go to DC to get married because it was illegal in their state. And they were actually arrested. The sheriff came in the middle of the night, kicked their bedroom door open, and hauled them both off to jail because it was illegal for them to get married at that time. And they had to leave their home. They had to move out. And in fact, they got arrested again when they went back home to visit their families and stuff. It's pretty sad. But in 1967, the Supreme Court um, reversed the interracial marriage laws and made it legal in every state from that time for people of different races to get married. And I think she was black, and I think she was Native American. Um, but they gave them a hard time. But the guy had a lot of character. He fought through it. So did she. I mean, they stuck together. He got killed in an accident, and and she never married again. Um, and you know, they had 3 kids, and it was just it's part of our history. It's really interesting. If you study their story and what they went through, and if you think interracial marriage is tough today, you got to see what these two guys, this man and woman went through. Pretty horrific. I just can't imagine the sheriff kicking my bedroom door in. But anyway, let's continue. All right. And does anybody recognize who this is? This is Roger Ebert from Cisco and Ebert. He did the movie reviews on the new movies coming out, and that's his wife. He's also married to a black woman. Another white guy made a wise choice. And then let's see who else we got here. Okay. Now, you guys know who this is, right? That's Robin Thicke and his wife, used to be his wife, what's her name? Paula Patton. She is very beautiful. And this big dummy messed it up, cheated on her. I mean, God, big dummy. I mean, look at her. I mean, she's glamorous, beautiful, and he cheated. But there are some dummies in the crowd. But you've seen her in movies, and you've seen this big dummy and stuff. He's famous also, and he had it, but he lost it due to bad choices. And his father really was upset with him because of what he did and stuff. But anyway, let's continue. All right. All right. There's a soldier and his wife and their child. I don't know these people, but it was a nice picture. If you in the military, you'll see this a lot. A lot of interracial marriages in the army, and well, all branches of the service. And so me and Sandy, we weren't alone. We weren't the only ones that were interracially married, and it's very common. You see it in the military, and more so than you'll see it out in town and everyday life. But anyway, good picture, and we'll continue. I got one more. The next one's real special. Okay. All right, there you go. There's the Roadrunner and Miss Sandy. Um, Me and my wife, and this was taken back in I want to say 2006, or no, was it 2008? It was my second tour in Iraq, and I was gone for 18 months. And when I got home, uh, we went to the army ball, and you see I'm in my dress uniform. Sandy's got her dress on. She's got her hair braided and stuff, looking pretty and stuff. We had a really good time, and if anybody's in the army, or I don't know if anybody's watching that's in the army, but if you get a chance to go to the army ball, go to it. It's worth it. It's We had a blast, and me and my wife went twice and stuff. So it's really nice. Well, we went to the one in our units. They do have one in Washington D.C. They have every year, and I always wanted to go to that. I mean, that would be a blast. But the one we went to, it was really nice. Um, a lot of fun, and that was back in, yeah, a few years ago. But anyway, and that's the picture I show on my profile and stuff. Um, that was a happy time. I came back from Iraq. I was home with my wife and family, and we went to the ball, had a blast that night. That was one of those memorable nights that you'll just never forget. The whole time, you know, that's one of those lifetime memories you'll never lose. Um, but anyway, that was just a little slideshow I wanted to show you guys. Some nice pictures, interracial couples, and a lot of them were famous. Some I didn't even know. I just thought the pictures looked nice. So, I thought I'd show you guys that. And what I want to talk about is interracial relationships. Okay, it seems like there's a barrier, and I got a plan that's going to end it, but I don't know if anybody will follow that plan. Okay. Um, when I talk to people, when I talk to women that are interested in white guys, they will tell me, they will ask me, how do I know if he likes me? How do I know if he's interested? He's a nice guy. He says hi, he talks to me, this and that. And, they're caught in between whether he's just being nice or whether he's interested. And, it's a cultural thing. White guys, we really don't go in aggressive, you might say. Some do, but it's more a roundabout way, more of a strategic type thing. And it's in our culture, and usually, and that's why I think my daughters never were interested in black guys, because they were so aggressive. They were scared. You know, um, and it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just a cultural thing, but you're not going to get a white guy that's just going to come at you and just be totally aggressive and go for it. You might have some that will, and a lot of women are confused by that. They're like, okay, he seems like he likes me, but he won't. He just says hi and talks to me. He won't go any further. And I'm going to tell you what's going on here. Okay, number one, it's not every day that black and white people have relationships and get married and all that stuff. It does happen, and it's happening more often. But they might not even be thinking about that, because and they so they it's not that they're not attracted to you, they just might not be thinking about it. And another thing, they might be thinking you aren't interested in them because we think that. And for a lot of people, it's not true. It's just one of those barriers, one of those things we think, and so what I would say to get over this, I would say, for guys, if you're interested, just go talk to her. Be aggressive. Just go for it. But do it respectfully. And what I mean is, you can tell her she's beautiful, and you can tell her that you're interested in her. Um, you don't want to refer to parts of her body and her shape and all that craziness. You just, just saying someone's beautiful is nice, and it's to the point. You don't want to look like you're fetishizing her. And some people might think you're doing that just because you say she's beautiful. But I would say just be aggressive and go do it. And I challenge you guys, if you're interested in that woman, go talk to her. I've seen so many times where people hesitate. I got a friend right now that's married to a black woman that hesitated, and I had to throw him under the bus and embarrass the hell out of him to get him to actually make his move. And now they're married, but he didn't think she liked him. Really? So, and ladies, the thing when it comes to men is their confidence in the approach. And what I mean by that is if they think they have a chance with you and they're interested, they're going to make their move. Um, you know, and if you're positive and friendly and seem like you're approachable, that would be a good way to be. And but sometimes when it comes to white guys, you're going to have to hint to them, give them a hint, something to let him know you might be interested. I mean, it just is what it is. I don't, because a lot of them just either they're not at it or they think they don't have a chance at all. But if they make their move, they're going to do it with someone they're confident being around, and just someone they feel comfortable talking to, and they're going to do it when no one's around. I'm going to tell you that right now because nobody who wants to get rejected in front of a crowd. Nobody, right? So that's what's going on. And I've had some women tell me, you know what? I just went and talked to him because I ain't going to sit around waiting for him to make his move or decide what he wants to do. And he could do that too. I believe the man should be the one pursuing, but sometimes when it's interracially, you got to kind of drop the hint because you might not, there might be some things going on. But if they're really interested in you, they're going to find a way. But there again, they could be really interested in you and they feel they don't even have a chance. So they might not even make the move. So you got to kind of drop the handkerchief, It's just something that women used to do back in the day to let women know that it was time for them to be courted, and just the way society was way back in the day when we actually dated to figure out to find a wife, when we dated to find out who's we're going to marry, and not just who we're going to get with. Back in the day, back when things were kind of simple in that way. But I would just say, guys, you have to go for it, and you'd be surprised. You know what? Sometimes just saying hello will actually, get you somewhere. She might be interested in you. She might think you're awesome, and you're just sitting back, not doing anything. Uh, oh, is there a wedding going on? When's the wedding, Josh and Natasha? Oh, wow. Is that a joke or is that real? Who knows? Maybe some people can link up here on the channel or watch the Roadrunner channel, and you can hook up that way. It's a free service. You can come on and watch a video and go in the comment section and talk to each other. But but anyway, there's that barrier. Don't let that barrier stand in your way, because I'm telling you, ladies, white guys are interested in you. A lot of them are. In fact, I would say very few aren't. But there's that stigma, there's those stereotypes, there's that fear. Okay? We got to get past that. And I struggled with that too early on. I thought black women didn't like, but I was so attracted that I was going to find one that likes me somehow, some way, and that I just over time just just go for it. Just do it. You know what they say? Is that Nike slogan? Just do it. Just do it. The worst, and I'm telling you, this is the worst case scenario. She's going to tell you she's not interested. Worst case scenario, you're going to have your heart broken. You're going to turn around and pick yourself up the ground, and then you're going to move forward and make your move to another young lady, and then she might be interested. What was that? Was some was supper determined? I love that. Was supper determined? I'm confused. uh, I love that about him. Uh, I don't know. Was that super determined? Okay, I don't know. I my mind is I'm kind of lost it. I'm having a Joe Biden moment a little bit here. And but anyway, we when we date and marry, we need to make it less complicated than it is. Because when it comes down to it, people are people. You're approaching a man, a woman. Well, the man should be doing the approach. But if you're a man and she's black, well, she's black, but she's a woman. Either she's going like you or she's not, and you go for it. And if she is not interested, okay, you move forward, right? You're going to find somebody that's interested. They say there's what, somebody for everybody? I think there's like three or four somebodies for everybody. There's billions of people on this earth. So, I mean, one turns you down, there's so many more to choose from. So, I mean, just make your move. But I'm challenging you guys, make your move. Go up to her, talk to her, just do it. You know, don't waste an opportunity because if you do nothing, you're not going to have success. It's better to have one or two that are interested and get a lot of rejection than just not do anything. You know, I'm just saying. But I'm gonna put the link up here. If you guys want to come up, you can. Um, go ahead and put this link there. Okay. What's that? The chat room's on. Hey, sorry about that. I somehow kicked myself off the live. Oh man, sorry guys. You got the point. But anyway, if you guys want to come on, um, I just wanted to make this short live, and I wanted to do this slideshow, this program I did on there, and I wanted to test that out and see if I don't know if I'm going by it. You see, there's a watermark on it and stuff. You got like a free trial, so I'm looking into other ones. So when I do lives with slideshows and stuff, and yeah, still dealing with no scrubs. Okay. Corey, you're hilarious. Corey is hilarious. Did you get that bear, Corey? I was just wondering. It was so on fire in the screen, blocked it out from the smoke. Okay. All right. Let me put the link up there. If you guys want to come up, you can. I'll leave it there for a little bit. This is going to be a short live tonight. Humbly Complex, good to see you. But my point is there would be more interracial relationships and marriages if we got past worrying about what other people think, worrying about what our friends and family think. Those are the things that kill an interracial relationship before it gets started. Is outside influence, and most of the problem is family and friends. They're the ones that are going to steer you away the most. And well, society might, if you're worried about what random people you don't know think, but most of the time it's family and friends that get in the middle of it. Hey, humbly complex. That's usually what kills the relationship before it gets started. But guys, just know that women, black women, um, want you to approach them. There's a number of them that actually want you to come up and talk to them. And I've heard them say this over and over, more than you even think. And ladies, they white guys are interested in you. There might be a few that aren't, but for the most part, most will date you. I'm going to tell you that right now. Most will be open to it, and that's the truth. Um, a lot of white guys don't date black women because there's not a lot of black women out there in their communities and stuff. There's not a lot of them there around. But I tell you this, most of the time when white men date black women, and I'm not saying all the time, but quite a few, I would say probably most of the time, when they're dating seriously, usually he's going to marry her. Usually a white guy that dates a black woman, when he's serious, usually he's going all the way. He's going not just date her, but he's actually going to marry her. And from what I've seen, it seems to be true. Um, now that I'd say all people do it that way, but usually when a white man's committed to a black woman, he's usually going to get married to her. And and if you look at the stats with interracial marriages, black women, white men are doing very well. And and it appears they are too. If you just see, it's like some of the pictures I showed you, you see them online and stuff. It looks like they're happy. It looks like they're, you know, living their life and just enjoying, what they got. And there's quite a few of them sprouting up all over the place. How many interracial couples are there on YouTube? I mean, I could just do a search on YouTube and I'll run into a bunch of them. And a lot of them most of them are black women, white men. You find a few black men with white women, uh, and I'm seeing a number of Asians with black women too. You don't feel? Oh, okay. No worries. No worries. I always just leave it on, Loren. If somebody wants to come in, I always give people the opportunity. Um, but we and here's the thing. It's like with us as white guys, we are so safe that we don't want to offend black women so bad that a lot of times we don't even try, or we try later on when we get up our nerve or find someone we feel comfortable with. And women don't think you guys like them because you're nice to them, but you don't make the move. And what's wrong with making a move? Even if you're like at a restaurant or somewhere in a store and you just walk up to her because you're interested and tell her you think she's beautiful and you would like to meet her. What I mean, is that a bad thing? Is that not allowed? I mean, who knows? You might get a phone number. You might, you never know what can happen. And in fact, there's been cases that, when I was dating, that there were some women that, I was able to date that I didn't think I had a chance. There were some I thought I had a chance, but didn't. He goes, but anyway, the point is you just go for it. And ladies, if you're interested in that guy he's talking to, you can drop that handkerchief. You can give out signs that you're interested. If you're talking your friends and you don't know if he's going to make his move, you can ask him, What do you think about interracial dating? It seems like it's happening quite often. Do you think it's right or wrong, or just a conversation? Or if he was to say, "Well, I'm not interested in," well, I wasn't talking about you, idiot. You know, I mean, I don't think it would go to that, but just you can throw that in there. There's ways you can hit, and sometimes just being nice. There's a lot of guys that think that if women are nice to them, that they're interested in them. You see that all the time, right? Um, yeah, drop the handkerchief. Yeah, I saw that drop the handkerchief. I got it from I was watching YouTube and one of his dating consultants. It was uh it was a white guy, and he wasn't talking about interracial relationship. He was just talking about relationships in general, dating, marriage, and he was talking to, like, I guess back in the day when people courted, that women would drop a neckerchief, and it was like a sign. There's traditions people do. It was like a tradition. They dropped the handkerchief, and the young man would come up, run up, and grab her handkerchief and hand it to her, and it was just telling I that she was ready to be courted, and then the guys that were interested would compete for her affection, and then the one she's interested in, they would go on dates. They would, you know, he would court her. They called it courting. And it wasn't like dating like today. Um in fact, sometimes even the parents might be around on their date, chaperoning them. And they did that back in the old days. I mean, parents would chaperone their kids when they went on dates. And the thing was is that they didn't get in trouble or do anything they shouldn't do till they're married, that type of thing. Um, but dropping the neckerchief is just a good thing to let them know, hey, I'm interested. You know, being nice. Talk to him. What does he think about interracial relationship? You could say that, and that would be a hint right there. Or you know, uh, you can talk about dating. You don't have to talk about interracial dating. You know, and maybe that can lead to, like, he might say, "Oh, okay, well, would you like to go out sometime?" Who knows? Um, the thing of it is you got to drop that handkerchief. You know, because it's an interracial thing, and he might there's that barrier. Becky don't have to drop it. She already knows guys are going to come for her, and if she's somewhat pretty, she's waiting for that guy to come in and just totally take care of her and pamper her and all that stuff. But with black women, white guys think you guys don't like them and they don't have a chance. So a lot of them don't even try. I mean, that's the truth. That's the honest truth. I've talked to many men through my life, and a lot of them told me, well, they don't. Yeah, your wife's black, but most of them don't like white guys. No, that ain't true. You're just assuming. I mean, people, what they say about assuming, you make an ass out of yourself. People are doing that. They're assuming. Do not assume nothing. Compete for that woman, like that's, because end of the day, we're all people, right? Men and women, we are attracted to each other naturally. You know, it, that's sad to hear. Oh, it's not true. I don't know. What did I say that wasn't true? um, but I believe that to be true. That a lot of white guys don't think black women like them. I believe that. If that's what you're talking about, I don't know. Uh, yeah, no, no, Loren, I get what you're saying. Yeah, there's quite a few black women that are attracted to white guys. I've known black women that only date white guys. I before I met my wife, I dated some women that would only date white guys. They were just attracted. Um, there's white guys that are attracted to just black women. Like me, I just am. I always have been. Um, you know, and you know, but a lot of white guys don't think you guys like us. I mean, I'm just saying. Um, and there's that barrier. But in reality, there are a lot of black women that like white guys. And there's quite a few white men that like black women. Um, yeah, that's right. Assumptions and lies. Yeah, that does create problems. Um, Even what I said, I believe is true, and maybe that was some confusion. But a lot of our a lot of relationships, are stalled out because people assume things. People think things, and a lot of people might think, but there are a lot of white guys that think black women don't like them, and you gotta understand that a lot of them ain't around a lot of black women, so they don't know. They go off what they see. And sometimes you'll see in the media a black woman saying that I only date black men and I'm not interested in white guys or whatever. And yeah, it's not a lot of them that say it, but one or two people pick up on that and they assume the worst. It's crazy that people they don't forget black men like Kevin Samuels have marketed a campaign going on the to convince black women. Yeah, that's true, Loren. You hit it on the right on the head. And there is like a campaign of that. People telling black women that they're least desired. There was a deal on YouTube where they took a dating site and ran their numbers and all this stuff and who was the most desired and least desired and all this stuff. And that's a small sample. And when the majority are white people, I mean, come on. I it just it's so dumb, but people are putting that in people's heads, telling black women they're the least desired. Really? They're the most desired. I mean, I showed you pictures of these couples. These women are beautiful. How could you say they're the least desired? I mean, I didn't see one ugly woman on there on the pictures I showed you guys. I mean, there were a couple that were up in age. I get it, but I didn't see undesirable women up there. In fact, guys were the ones undesired. The women weren't. I'm just saying. I mean, but yeah, there is a campaign on that. There is stuff going on where and it's all stereotypes, misconceptions, generalizations, stuff that's thrown out there that we're told that ain't even true, that we just end up believing it. And does it affect our choices? Oh yeah, it does. And it's sad, but don't let it uh affect your choices. Don't let it affect who you want to be with. You know, there are many white men that are attracted to black women. They're all over the place, more so than you would even think. But some people are telling you that you're not desired. They either just pick at you, troll you, or keep you in a certain box to where they have access to you only. But things are changing, and look at the numbers. How many interracial dating, like back in the 60s before the Loving case, I think it was like 3%. Now it's like 19%. It's increased fivefold. And that's going by the numbers. That ain't just saying there's more because there's more people. No, they're going by the numbers of how many people are around, the percentages. They're not going on how many. And that's increased that much. That's a lot. That's more than 5 times what it was. But of course, it's legal now, of course. So, yeah, it's going to increase. But 5 times, it's increasing more than people ever thought it would. And how many people thought interracial marriages would be successful when it comes to black women and white men? I mean, when me and my wife got married, we were doomed from the start, according to everybody. And that was what, 30 years ago? So, I mean, now we're seeing the true numbers. Numbers are coming in. Things are happening. And it's like a delay thing. Things are happening before we even see it. They're happening in real time. And we're seeing it. But I mean, you guys, man, you just got to go for it. These women, you know, some of them would like you to go up and talk to them. But I always say this, and this is my advice to men interracially dating: be respectfully aggressive. And what I mean is go up to her and make your move. Don't wait, just do it. But be respectful when you do it. Okay? Don't say no stupid stuff that she's got a nice butt or something dumb. Okay, you just say she's beautiful. That's all you got to say, you know. Um, but you got to make your move. And ladies, just create the friendly environment that and you drop that handkerchief. You got to drop it because it's not a norm yet to where people just go for who they want to date and marry. It's getting there, but it's not quite there. So you kind of have to make that move or drop that handkerchief. Yeah. Yeah, I say yes to love. Yeah, say yes to love. Society, let me tell you about society. Let me tell you about people. Okay? People believe that others should live a certain way. People believe that certain racial groups should be a certain way, or they believe they are a certain way, and they generalize and they stereotype. And when they see you living your life the way you want to, there's a lot of people that believe you should live the way they want you to live. I.e., dating and stuff. There's still a lot of people out there that believe you should marry your own group and date your own group, and that's it. And these people will do stuff to try to convince you that it's wrong to interracially date and marry, that somehow it's going to be a bad situation. I've heard people say that white men are just there for the fetishization. It's just a sexual desire that they want to fulfill. And I've also heard that when a man assaults you, it's bad, but when a white man does it, he's a lot worse. How many of you heard that one? We hear that, right? And some women, some ladies that I've talked to say, you know, we've been afraid because we've been told all these about you guys, and it scared the crap out of us. So we were scared to even think about it. And what do you think that's designed for? So you don't date out, so you don't go to that other group. But does it work? Yeah, it works on quite a few people. There's lot of young ladies uh, and older women that haven't done it because they're so scared because they don't know what to expect. They've been told so much horrible things that they believe it. And when you're told something over and over, sooner or later you start believing it. Until they get to know that person, say, "Wow, you guys ain't really like that." Even my wife was kind of like that. She apologized to me years later. She says, "I'm sorry I was so tough on you. I always thought that white men were." She was afraid I was only after for a desire or a fetishization or something like that. Um, hey, my camera's getting blurry. So that generalization's out there, that stereotypes out there. People believe that stuff, but you can't let that get in your way. People are people, and all people are different. Um, you know, but you can make your move. You don't have to let those barriers get in your way. Can you help find that video on YouTube? The title of it. Uh, what video? That video? What's that, Natasha? You want me to help you find a video on YouTube? The title of it. Uh, Send me an email on that and kind of describe the video. Oh, are you talking about that figure skating video? Is that what you're talking about? It was the white guy Andy? White guy Andy. He married a Oh! Oh, yes. Yes. Um, do you want me to send you that video? It was yeah, Andy and God, I forget the lady's name. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was a good that was a good video. I have to search it. It's in one of my live shows because I did a video on that. But yeah, it was about Andy and how he met his wife because her church they wanted I that guy opened up the service and kind of or and he did it and he got to know her and she wasn't interested but later on she was and they got married. uh yeah, I'll look for it, Natasha, and I'll send it to you. um yeah, that's really an awesome video. um that's one of those maybe later on I'll re-show it because that was a really awesome video. Just how they came together and how they how they fell in love with each other, and it was really nice. And the guy was real humble, and she wasn't interested at first, but he didn't give up, and 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 then she broke down and said, "Wow, this is my husband," and yeah, it was really awesome. I'll look for that, Natasha, and I'll email it to you. I just got to look for it, but I might be able to find it on a search on YouTube. I'm trying to think. Andy and gosh, I showed it this summer. I showed it. I think it was this summer I did. It was a while back, but anyway, it was a good video. But and they were both Christians. They're both people of faith, and it was really nice, and it just shows how people could come together. And it in society, don't let society get you guys down. If you're interested in a group of people and that's who you're attracted to, that's who you're attracted to. And just make sure you vet that person, make sure you find the good quality person you deserve. Don't go off the first white guy you see or the first black woman because you got to get to know these people. You got to vet people. Otherwise you don't know who you'll get, right? Um, there's good and bad in every group. Just keep that in mind. Um, I always say that black women are the best choice, and I believe that to be true. And I've had positive experience with black women, not just dating, just in general, friends and just the people they are. I have a very positive outlook on black women, and I tell you guys that. But if I wasn't married and dating, I would still vet because not all of them are wonderful. I mean, most of them are awesome people, but you know what I'm saying? There's always bad in every group. So, you got to vet. And what I would say to people interracially date, just do it. You're just people. And guys, you approach a black woman and you're a white guy, or a white woman or Asian, you're going to get pretty much the same results. Really, you're either going to get rejected or accepted. I mean, either she's interested or she's not. Um, and more people are willing to interracially date and marry we're than we know, and that's the truth. And I've interracially dated, and I couldn't believe that I was able to, have as many dates with black women as I have. And I'm just the average everyday guy. I'm not, one of these guys that have the looks or anything. I mean, so if I can do it, you can do it. Just saying, you know, so just go for it. And that's my thing. Too many barriers, and we create the barriers more than society, because we believe the bull crap and then we hesitate. Yeah, it's simple as that. Yes, you're right. Acceptance or rejection. You're going to get one or the other, right? And this is what I used to always do when I was dating. You know what I would do? I'd approach a black lady, and if she rejected me, you know what I did? After I picked myself off the ground and was heartbroken, you know what I did? I put in my mind, I said, well, it's because I'm a white guy. Truth be told, 9 times out of 10, that wasn't the reason. It was just they weren't interested. But it made me feel better, and I just moved on with that. So you could put that in your mind too, You can use that, say, well, yeah, it's because I'm a white guy. But don't use that. Don't start believing it to where you don't even try, though. That's just a comforting tactic. That ain't a don't use it as a strategic thing or you won't make your move. But it is. Go for it. What are they going to tell you? No, I'm not interested. Okay. Go to the person that is. Who's next? Who else might be interested? I mean, that's what we got to do in life anyway to find, you know, find find a wife, find a husband, that's what you got to do to find that special person you want to marry, right? You got to go through it. You're going to get rejection, a lot of it. You're and you're going to get some acceptance too. Even the most attractive people get rejected. Just think about that. So it's just part of life, and it's kind of funny talking about psychology and hesitation and generalizations and thinking a certain way that will stop you from making your move. Here's something that happens all the time. Okay. And tell me if you believe this to be true, because I believe this to be true. And I've actually seen it happen that men, a lot of times, will not pursue an attractive woman. Men, a lot of times, won't even try to talk to an attractive woman. Won't even won't even try. It's not that they don't want to date her; they would love to, sure. But you know why they don't try? Yeah, eyes in the eye. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yes. You know why they don't even try? Because they don't think they have a chance. There are beautiful women guys pass up because they think they don't have a chance. Do you know that? That happens a lot because we as people, we think a lot of times we think the worst. We think, oh, they ain't going to like us. Oh, I'm going to talk to her and I'm going to look stupid. And how many people go through that? I have. I've thought like that. But the truth be told, not everybody's like that. You know, sometimes it's an intimidation thing. So you got to think about that. There are a lot of men not approaching beautiful women. Is it because men don't like beautiful women? No, it's because they don't think they have a shot. It happens all the time. But have you ever seen an average looking guy with a beautiful woman? I've seen it. See it a lot. So I mean, and looks are in the and I'm not, when it comes to beauty and stuff, that's in the eye of the beholder. What I think's beautiful, Corey might not think's beautiful, or Josh might think is, or we're just it's in the eye of the beholder. You know, some people think's beautiful, others don't. AARP has some great deals. Okay. But anyway, just think about that. A lot of times we defeat ourselves before we get rejected. A lot of times we just ensure we're rejected by not even trying. So just think about that. I wanted to put that out there, but I'm telling you, just because a man don't approach you, don't mean he's not interested. A lot of times he don't think you're interested in him. A lot of it's confidence, and a lot of it's approach. He might not feel he has the right path to approach you. There might be too many people around. He I don't know. It could be several things. But ladies, drop that handkerchief. Let them know you're interested. Okay. And if you're at the point where you're talking to each other and enjoying each other's company, uh, that could mean he's interested. That's when you drop the handkerchief right there. And kind of throw him a curveball. What do you think about dating, interracial dating, or what do you think about dating in general? Why not? You can even say, well, my cousin, you know, is dating this white guy. What do you think about that? Do you think it's good or bad? What do you think? And that could be like a way of dropping your handkerchief without even really dropping it, really. Again, where do I drop the handkerchief? Well, I mean that's you got to look for the time you think's best, and it don't always work. That's just some tool that you're just letting them know you're interested, and it can even be as you look at them and smile. That might you know that could be kind of dropping the handkerchief, letting them know you're interested in some way. That's what I mean by dropping the handkerchief. Um, and if he don't approach you right away, don't get discouraged. It's not that he don't want to. We do things a different way. It's a cultural thing. Okay, we're going to be a little more reserved, a little more strategic, you might say. So, I would just say, when you drop that handkerchief, just you're just letting them know you're interested, or you could be interested, or you could say, "Hey, big dummy, I'm interested in you, but you ain't doing nothing." You could do that, but uh, no, but seriously, that's all that dropping the handkerchief is you're letting them know you're interested without coming out and just saying it. And I've talked to some women that say that they just tell them, "Hey, are you interested in me or not? Because I'm interested and you're not doing nothing. What's going on?" There's some women that have been that bold to do that, and you could do that too. I mean, I don't know. You might scare him away, but then again, he might say, "Oh yeah, I was interested. I didn't know." You know. Uh, but oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But the thing of it is we just got to do it. Go out there and do it. You want to date somebody? Go for it. Um, Men, we're supposed to pursue women anyway, so we have no excuse. Uh, we can't sit around. Well, we don't think they like us. No, for it. Who cares what you think? Find out the truth. See if she likes you. If she doesn't, oh well, go to the next one. Boom. Okay, yeah, you're going to get your heart stomped on. You're going to feel like crap, but you keep moving. But when you find that one that actually likes you, I mean, you'll feel like you won the lottery. So just think about that. There's a reward at the end of the tunnel. You're going for that prize, you know. This one you went to, she rejected you. She's not the prize. Where's the prize? You're looking for the prize, right? Keep going. And be aggressive, guys. Aggressive. Okay? Black women tell me it's all this. White guys ain't aggressive enough. I've heard black guys say that. White guys, I heard this black guy on YouTube said, you know, white guys, sometimes if you just go up and say hello, that goes a long way. And I was like, dang, man. I had to actually I I actually sent him a super chat for that. And I was just going through. I'm not a fan or nothing. But he made such a good point. I just threw him a few bucks. Because it's true. Say hello, do something. Don't worry about society. Hell with society. Society's stupid anyway. Bunch of idiots trying to tell us how to control our lives, who we should date and be interested in, who we should marry, who we should have a family with. You going to listen to those people? I'm not. I gave society the finger 30 years ago. Well, beyond 30 years ago. Back in the 80s when I was a teenager, I gave them the finger because you know what? I'm in love with black women, and that's who I want to be with, and that's the best choice, and I believe it to be true, and that's where I'm going. And I could care less who, what anybody thinks. I could care less what society thinks. I care less what my family thinks because I'm living my life. It's mine. I decide who I want to be with, right? Ladies and gentlemen, and you should decide that too. It's your life, it's your choice. What's the best decision for you? Not society, not the community, not the collective, not the racial group, but you. What's best for you? Live for you. Don't let this stuff hinder you. You know, the bottom line is we all want to be loved, we all want to be accepted. We all want to have that special person in our life. And if you're attracted to somebody that's black or white or Chinese, go for what you want. Serious. You're not going to be happy unless you do. You know, what's society going to do for you? Oh, you should stay in your racial group because society won't accept it and your kids won't know who they are. And shut up. Really? I've heard that stupid crap. My kids know exactly who they are. They don't have to identify with any racial group. And if they want to, they should be able to identify with whoever they are or want to be. I got time for that crap. But it's your life. You live your life the way you want to live. Do you, make your move. I'm so tired of watching these people on YouTube. Oh, black women are not desired. You got to do this to have a high value man and he makes 100,000. Shut up. Really? This is so dumb. It's kind of comical if you really watch it. Dang, 100,000 makes you a high value man? Really? That don't make you nothing except man with 100,000. Good for you. I'm just like, wow. So we're putting a dollar amount on how good of a person is. And I'm not against making money. That's if you make 100,000 or beyond it, good for you. But a middle-aged man making 100,000 ain't really a lot of money. It really isn't. I've done that, and I'm not famous. I don't own businesses, and I don't do all this and that. I'm the average. I'm the average everyday Joe, and I make that. But of course, I got retirement, and I've invested some money, and I got a good job. So I mean, but I mean, it's that don't make me high value. That just says that I was responsible enough to pay my bills, and I have a house, and I'm living a good life. I'm not rich, but I'm not doing too bad either. But that don't make me quality. That don't make me valuable, does it? I mean, some people value men with money, sure. I guess you would be high value if you got money, right? But that don't make you quality. That don't make you a good man. That just makes it just people value because of your assets. You know, it just is what it is. Money doesn't make you. That's right. You make money. Yeah, and the money don't make you. It's your character. And there's nothing wrong with having a lot of money. Some people and people get this verse in the Bible mixed up. They always say that money's the root of all evil. No, it's not. Money is not the root of all evil. It's the love of money. The love of money. It's not wrong to have money as long as you don't love that money. Money is like a tool. Money is something we use to buy food, to pay our bills, to buy stuff. Um, and just something we use to, in our everyday life. We all have money. We have to. Um, we have to survive. We got to have money. So there's nothing wrong with it. And some people have more than others, and that's okay. I don't care if you make 30,000 a year or 80 million. Okay, that don't determine you as a person. And the person that has 80 million don't mean he's a bad guy. He could be a good Christian guy that lives a godly life. Solomon in the Bible was the richest man in the East. He was a man of God. He did stumble through his life but overall he was a man of God and he was rich. I mean, so there's nothing wrong with that. Um, but that's not, where your heart should be. You know, you shouldn't love money because it's the root of all evil. And think about it. Look at stuff people do for money. Look in life and see what people do for people will do the most horrible, disgusting things for money that they would never want to do. People will assault each other. People will murder people for money. People will, yeah, right. I mean, it's true. But they love money so much they will hurt, steal, and kill for it. I mean, but just someone having it don't mean it's wrong. No. Um. But anyway, guys. You know, just live your life, and guys, get out there. You're attracted to this young lady, approach her. You know, try being aggressive, but do it respectfully, please. Don't be aggressive and say something stupid because you're going to look stupid, and it's not going to go well. You know, Solomon, the original Hugh Hefner. Yeah, he kind of was. Yeah, he was. Solomon had 500 wives and concubines. Yeah, he did. He had a problem with women. Yes, he did. And his father David had a problem with women. Well, he had one of his soldiers killed to get to his wife, Bathsheba. So, yeah, these were men of God, but they did some evil deeds. But, it just shows that we're, as people, corrupt. But, yeah, Solomon was the original Hugh Hefner. He was rich and he had a lot of women. In fact, you know, the women he was around, a lot of them, you know, g- got him to drift away from the Lord. Actually, got him idol worshiping and all kinds of stuff. Trying to please his wives and stuff. Uh, he killed her to get to her. Yeah, and it's. But anyway, um, guys, just go for what you want. If you're attracted to him, guys, you have no excuse. You need to go out there and just tell her. And if she rejects you, it's life. There ain't one person that don't experience rejection. You know, it's going to happen. I don't care how attractive you are. I don't care how many women think you're great. Someone's going to reject you, and vice versa. Just part of life. So get out there and just do it. yeah, he did lose sight of God due to his wives. Yeah, and that was a sin that he had with women. And his father was like that too. But I mean, 500 wives and concubines. What were you going to do with all them women? I mean, that just I know God wasn't approving of that. I mean, you could do it. You're the king of Israel, I guess. Yeah, you can have what you want, back in the day, but still, uh, there were still anointing. Yeah, well, as people, we all fall short. Yeah, God's people fell short. And yes, God punished them. And, just as humans, all generally across the world, we're all flawed. I mean, we're all born in sin. Um, but anyway, my whole point of this show tonight, guys, um, was just to tell you, go for what you want, live your life. It's your life. Um, do what makes you happy. Interracial dating and marriage it's okay. And if you're attracted to that person, you love that person, they love you, it's great. You can have an awesome marriage. Um, but don't worry about what society thinks. Don't worry about what other people, because they're not living your life. At the end of the day, the people that give you that great advice to stay within your own race and all this stuff, when you're alone and no one's around, they're not going to be paying your bills. They're not going to be there to comfort you. They're not going to be there concerned about what you're going through. No, but their influence can destroy a good relationship, though, couldn't it? I know so many people that have said, you know what, I should have went with her. I she cared for me, but I listened to a family member or a friend, and they said it wouldn't be good, so I went with it. And now they're heartbroken, thinking, "Man, I missed a great opportunity. Someone that really loved me that I just kicked to the curb because they told me that society wouldn't accept it, and I was worried what people will think." It's sad, but I hear it all the time, and it's not uncommon. It's not something that you just run up against once in a blue moon. No, a lot of people have told me this when it comes to dating and marriage. And a lot of these are black women, white men. Um, you know, the other way around, Brad and Keisha, they have sometimes problems getting together, even though they want to. But Becky and Tyrone seem to have no problem at all. They just do it. But their marriages ain't as successful as ours. But not to say theirs can't work either. I wish it worked across the board with all of us. I'm not picking on that group. I'm not digging at them. They should be able to do, be with who they want to also. I support them too. So don't get me wrong on that. But it just seems like they can do it easier than we can. And maybe that's why our marriages last longer, because we kind of, see, what's going on. We kind of feel what people, the shaming a little bit, and know that deal with some issues. So maybe when we get together, we already know what's coming. And maybe they don't. Maybe they get blindsided. I don't know. Or maybe it's just the reasons we do it, the reasons we hook up, get married, and maybe because we want to get married and have families. Uh, you know, it is what it is, you know, but bottom line is be with who you want to be with. Men, go for it. Be respectfully aggressive. What I mean is just make your move. Okay. But come with love and respect. Okay. Don't say nothing stupid, because that's going to ruin your shot right there. And ladies, drop your handkerchief. Let them know you're interested. And and if he don't come around, well, either he's too scared or he might not be interested. But most of the cases is because they're scared. Most of the time, it's because they don't think you're interested. That's really most of the cases. It's not that they don't want to be with you. It's not that they are not attracted to you because they are. They really are. And you know, but just think about it. It's your life, and you want the best for your life. And guys, you want the best woman for the job. You want a wife that's loving, loyal, you know, and that's beautiful, right? And beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But you want someone that's loving and loyal, right? Someone that's going to have your back. That's what you want. You want a woman that loves you, but also is going to be a good mother, you know, and a good wife. And ladies, you want that man that's going to work hard, that's going to keep a job and make sure the bills are paid, make sure you're taking care of you and the kids. You want that, right? And you should have that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I have no problem with women looking at men, and not just that they're attracted to, but what resources they have. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as that's not all you're after. Now, if you're just after money, that's wrong. But there's nothing wrong with say, okay, well, this guy's really attractive, but he's got nothing going on. This guy, he's average, but gosh, he works hard. He pays his bills. He's got a house. He's got it together. I think I'll go with this one. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, you kind of got to do that. And same way with guys. You might find this woman that's a knockout that, oh man, but she's not really, she don't really want to get married, or she's not into having a family, or she don't really believe in God. So it'd be like, well, okay, I'll go for the average one that's going to love me, and I could build off that. We do that, don't we? I mean, it's not all about people focus so much on looks that right now you see people talking about how women got to hit the gym all the time and be in perfect shape. They're actually telling you got to be a supermodel to get a high value man, that you could just got to be so beautiful that men can't stand it, and you got to keep that up. And what? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying if you want to work out and look your best, that's fine. That's good. But you shouldn't be, you know, forced to do that. You shouldn't have a man say, "Hey, you need to hit the gym." You know. Now, if he's encouraging you to, maybe he wants to too. But what I'm saying is, you got to look for the full person, and that's where vetting comes in. But the point of this whole thing is, do you go where you want to go? Okay, be with who you want to be with, and go for it. Ladies, drop that handkerchief. Men, approach her. Let her know you're interested. And I think a lot of times it's best just to be direct. If she knows you think she's beautiful and you're interested, you know, either she's going to accept you or reject you. And you might get one that plays games with you, but sooner or later you're going to find out. But usually you're either going to get accepted or rejected. It just that's just how it is. Um, but anyway, don't let nobody persuade you in doing something you don't want to do. Okay? Get to know that person. Don't take stereotypes to be truth. Find out. Okay? Do white men fetishize black women? Some do. Do black men fetishize black women? Yeah, some do. Do I mean, anybody's capable of that. So don't just assume one group does it. All men do it. Well, not all men, but what I'm saying is there are men in every group that do it. Okay? And women do it too. I mean, some people got their things. I don't know, but just don't focus on stereotypes and generalizations. Okay, just created to make a certain group of people look bad. That's all they're there for. Most stereotypes ain't uplifting people. Most of them are making them look silly or dumb. That's what they're designed to do. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and close this up, guys. Um, it was fun doing this live, and just think about what I said. Um, you know, be with who you want to be with. Don't let outside influence make your choice. You make your choice. Okay. Nobody knows better uh, what you want and need in life than you, really, except God. God knows, and that's why you should talk to God and you know have God help you work it out. But and that's what I did. I mean, I'm not the smartest guy out there. I need God's help all the time. But you know, go where you want to be, and remember, drop that handkerchief, ladies. And ladies, you want to date a certain group of men, you need to be where that group of men is. You need to be in that circle. Okay. And a lot of ways you can do this is getting with friends at work, and maybe they're around a certain group you like. Um, and I'll be honest, I was attracted to black women. Did I have, black guys that were friends? Sure. I hung out with them. And it I got in that circle and black women were in that circle. Guess what? It don't mean you have to be like them or act like, but you know, you should be friends with all groups of people. But get in that inner circle. You might have a friend at work. You want to get to know a white guy that's a good middle class neighborhood or whatever. And you might have a friend that lives in that neighborhood. Make friends, get to know her friends. Guess what? They become friends, and that's how relationships start. It's kind of networking. You heard me talk about networking, right? That's another tool. You start networking and drop that handkerchief. You know, Networking's where it's at. With if anything, I got my job today by networking. Um, you know, I a lot of relationships I got from networking. Friends, no friends, and she might be interested in you. You might be interested in her. Get in that circle. That's where you're going to find it. You can't. And guys, you got to go where they're at. But you know, I'm just saying. Use a little strategy when you're dating, and you want to be with that certain group. You got to be where they're at. And there was some lady that came to one of my shows, and I think she was from Africa, but she was saying that she was interested in white guys, and she would go to these restaurants where white men were, and she, and that's how she would meet her husband, or it's strategy. You got to have a strategy behind what you want to get in life. You know, um, and it's like in the Bible, it says, what's that one verse? It says, faith without works is dead. Yeah, you got to have faith, but if you're going to sit on your couch and expect God to just dump everything in your lap, it ain't going to happen. You got to have faith and you got to work for it. God's going to make you work for it. Bottom line. But anyway, guys, um, dang, I've been talking over an hour and a half. Wow. And usually I go this long when I got a panel or something, but just a lot on my mind. I hope what I'm saying is helpful. Um, I don't have all the answers, but I got some ideas. Some things work for me. It might work for you. Um, all I could say is there. I would tell the ladies there are white men that find you very attractive. There are white guys, other races of men that only date you. I'm one of them. Um, I have been my whole life. I dated two white women my whole life, and I did it out of guilt and obligation. And that didn't last not even 2 weeks. So you know where my heart is. And it's not that I had any hate towards them or anything. I didn't feel nothing bad about it. I my heart's where my heart is. I love who I love, and I find a group of women more beautiful than any group in the world. It just is what it is. That's the truth. And if I said all women are beautiful and I'm attracted to everybody, it'd be a big lie. Okay. All women are beautiful, yes, but I'm not attracted to all women. Okay. I'm just saying. But if I were to tell you that and be safe you know, and tell you the political correct thing, yeah, I like them all. I just happen to end up with a black woman. No, I chose that path. I wanted that path. I seeked out black women because I was attracted to them. Okay, that's me. That's the truth. I'm telling you the truth. And why would I tell you anything different? But anyway, I start going on a tangent. anyway, anyway, just think about what I said. You know, I don't have answers, but I have ideas, and my ideas might work. And you know, a lot of people out there tell you, you know, make you think they got answers on dating relationships. They don't. They just got ideas. Just like me, I got ideas. Will it work for you? Some it will, some no. But it depends on the people and the situation. Yeah, that's it is. It was in my heart. I tell people the reason black women is my preference is because of the positive things I experienced with black women. And it started when I was a boy. I felt the love from a babysitter, and it wasn't that I was designer. No, I was too little to understand that stuff. I just knew she was nice to me and she was kind and I could feel that love. And when children, they can sense that. They know if you have love or disdain for them. They really do. And that stuck with me my life. And when I got to dating, I had good experiences with black women. There were some I didn't have good experience, but for the most part, it was good. And black women have good qualities, and I've seen that. My eyes have been opened, and that's why I'm married to my wife. But I chose my path. A lot of people told me, "Don't go down that path. Don't do that. You're only going to end up getting hurt. She don't really love you. It's just a thing. It's just a fad. Don't do it." I've been told that all my life. Guess what? I got a marriage that lasts more than most people in America. So tell me that didn't work out. Yeah, right. You know. Yeah, well, I understood that experiences come with all groups of people, but for the most part, black women were awesome, and I believe they're the best choice right now. I believe black women have the best character. I believe black women have the biggest hearts. I believe black women are the most loyal. Um, and I believe they're the most beautiful. That's how I feel. And you can't tell me I'm wrong. In my world, that's my life. You know. So, but anyway, I could talk all day about this. How I feel about black women. Yeah, I get going, and you know, I love talking about it. I love telling how much I love black women because I think they're awesome, and I don't think they get enough praise, respect, for all they accomplish. That's how I feel. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live, guys. Um, it's been an hour and 40 minutes, and I got to get to bed for work. But it was good doing this live with you guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And Oh, thanks, Sophia. Glad I appreciate that. And anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close this. But thank you for coming on. I hope this was kind. I hope this was helpful. Um, I'm just speaking from the heart. What I think. Um, like I said, some will work, some won't. I should write a book. Well, I got some ideas on what I think. I don't know about writing a book, but I'll do the YouTube thing and tell you what I think. I'll do that. I love doing this. Um, this is an awesome hobby, and I enjoy it. And the beautiful thing is I don't have to do this to make a living. So I could come on here and say whatever I want. And whether the channel grows or don't, I'm still going to be just fine. But I do enjoy having you guys on here, and this YouTube has led to me getting to know you guys, uh, having a relationship with you guys, talking to you guys, and that means a lot. And I've met a lot of people through the channel, and I've prayed for a lot of people. A lot of you guys have prayed for me, and some of the things I've been through, some things my family's going, my brother, oh my gosh, um, you know, and, and my daughter when she got her tumor and stuff. You guys were there praying for me, and I appreciate that, and that is so uplifting. And I love just coming on here talking to you guys. It's fun just doing that. I mean, I'm having a blast, and we're in our own little neighborhood of YouTube. We're in the interracial section of YouTube. YouTube's so huge. There's people in different groups in it. But I enjoy it and I have fun and I love you guys. And I'm gonna have to go ahead and close it down. But I will be going live again Sunday. Um, I'm probably going. I'm going to do a Saturday night, a late Saturday night live. It'll be late though, guys, and I'll put a video out there during this week too. But Saturday night will be my next live, and it will be late, and it's just due to work. I don't want to go late, but that's the only time I can on Saturday. So and if you can't watch it, you can catch the replay. I just that's the time I have to do it, and then Sunday I'll do two lives. I'll do the prayer meeting, and then I'll do I'll pick another topic to do later on that evening, just like tonight. And but anyway, if you guys want to come on and you want to do a panel, if you don't, or if you want to do a one-on-one and talk to me about interracial relationships, talk to me about faith, uh, anything like that, you can. And just all I ask is you just email me, and my email's on the community page. It's also in the description box, so you can reach me. And if you need to reach me, I would just say send me an email. If you have a problem with me, I'd ask that you just address that through email. I don't like getting in argument through the through the chat. That's kind of weird anyway, and that usually don't happen. There's been times it has where someone disagrees with what I'm saying. If you do run into that, just email me. Um, and yeah, but anyway, guys, I'll be on the prayer meeting. Oh, okay. Yeah, every Sunday I have a prayer meeting, and I usually do it about 4 o'clock Eastern time. That's in between church and stuff because me and my wife go in the morning, so uh, that gives me time. And if you guys want to do like on the prayer meeting, want to come up and tell a testimony, like I did today. I put up a video, and I do that so I can kind of break it up and try to make it better than just me doing all that at once. You know what I'm saying? I think it's easier for me, and I think I put more into it, but I think I get more out of it than just talking the whole time. But anyway, but yeah, come on 4 o'clock Eastern time every Sunday. If I do have to change it, I'll put it on the community page. I will have a late night live Saturday, and I'll make a video in between now and that time. I'll just post a video up there so you guys will get something out of it. I would like to, if I had the time, I'd be doing more lives and more videos, but I'm just kind of limited to my job. But I do it every week. Every Sunday, you're going to see something. And, a lot of times I'll shoot a late night Saturday video or live stream. So, but anyway, if you guys have any comments, any advice or anything, or any material you'd like me to talk about or cover, just send me an email, and we can make that happen. I can talk about anything. Um, and if you have a video you want to show me, but you got to be careful with videos. Like for copyright issues, I can't do like sporting events. I can't show you movies or nothing like that. Um, I could do reaction videos and stuff to news stories. I can do it to other content creators. I can do reactions to them, but I don't go in and attack them. If I'm going to do a reaction, it's usually positive. I don't like to attack people on their platform. I just don't like doing that. Um, I really stay out of their business unless they do something really stupid that I feel needs to be addressed. But I'll do it on my channel. I don't go over there and you know, you know what I'm saying. I try to keep it civil, and usually you can. Usually people stay in their own little uh sections of YouTube and stuff. I do get trolls that come in every now and then, but it is what it is. But anyway, guys, um, I'll see you Sunday or Saturday night, late Saturday night, and I'll see you Sunday at 4 o'clock, and then I'll have a later show. The prayer meeting will be at 4 p.m. Eastern. So come in and watch that. If you want to be part of the show, I can make that happen too. And you can come on and you can read a Bible verse. You can say a prayer, um, or just talk if you want to talk. But you know, it's all about us getting together. I mean, the prayer meeting can be many things. We're coming together, um, glorifying God together. You know, that's what it's about. So, I mean, we can do many things with that. Um, but anyway, but my other shows, I will be covering mostly interracial relationships, dating, and marriage. That's mostly what I talk about. I will do some news things of certain events that comes up every now and then, and give you my opinion on that. But anyway, but if there's something you want me to talk about, shoot me an email and we'll talk about it. And if you want to come on the show, send me an email. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and close up. You guys have a good night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your kind words, your comments, guys. I do appreciate that. And I hope you got something out of, what I was saying. I hope, that can help in some way. And like I always said, I don't have the answers. I have ideas. Do they work? Some they will, some they won't. I'm just being honest. If I knew answers to dating and stuff, I'd be a millionaire. Um, but I don't. Truth be told, well, some people are millionaires, and they, in my opinion, I don't think they know what they're talking about. But they're entertaining and they're good for TV, I guess. So, but anyway, take care, everyone. God bless you and your families, and I'll see you Saturday night, late night Saturday. And be looking out for my video. I'll probably put it out there probably Wednesday. I'll probably shoot a video Wednesday. Uh, But anyway, I'll see you on the next video, and have a good night. God bless you and your families, and I'll see you soon.